Hello and good morning. Joe Justice here, coming to you live from Advantage Technologies headquarters in Charleston, West Virginia, 950 Canal Boulevard East, right on the Canal River. It's great to be with you guys this morning. It is November 29th, 2022, and it is Tuesday. We are back from a week of Thanksgiving. Last week was Thanksgiving, and it was a nice, slow, easy week, and now we're gradually getting back into the habit of getting back into where we need to be to get our work done. And so today I was wanting to come to you and talk to you about cybersecurity detection and response. Now, when a lot of people think about cybersecurity, they think about things like firewalls, antivirus, kind of the typical types of systems that you put in place to prevent companies, bad actors, hackers from getting into your systems. Of course, there's lots of physical security elements involved in all of that. Maybe some people think of cybersecurity as the physical layers, like entrance monitoring, keeping things like the server room locked, that type of stuff. Everything along the lines of preventing bad actors from getting in and causing trouble. But one area that's overlooked quite a bit is detection and response. Now, it's true that a lot of these services, or a lot of the systems like firewalls, antivirus, and so forth, can prevent hackers from getting in, but 100% prevention is not something that exists, not in the real world. There are things like zero-day threats. There are very sophisticated hackers that can break through very sophisticated systems. So, what is your posture? What is your approach when it comes to things like that? Well, that's when we get into detection and response. So, all businesses, large and small, whether they're nonprofits or they're for profits or even government entities, need to take into account detection and response. And there's a bunch of steps that they can do to increase their response time and increase their ability to interact and to prevent any kind of long-term damage to be done by any kind of cyber attack. So first of all, what are we talking about with detection and response? So I want you to imagine a situation where let's say a hacker or some kind of a bad actor is able to get on your system and is able to basically snoop around for a long period of time. Now that's a really common tactic. If a hacker gets like your password, for example, or an executive's password, maybe even a lower level, if your company doesn't have very good cybersecurity procedures, a low-level employee might have access to a bunch of high-level information, and they might have a password that's easy to crack or easy to guess. The hacker gets access to that account, and they're able to get in. Now, what do they do? Do they just immediately start deleting stuff? Do they immediately just start, a ransomware attack or something like that? Not necessarily. They could very well do, a bunch of data mining. They could find out information to use for spear phishing attacks. They could find out information to use to maybe you've got some high level customers that they want to get their hands on. There's all kinds of things that they might be interested in doing that they wouldn't necessarily just come right out of the gate and let you know that they're there and let you know that they're doing things they shouldn't be doing. Now that's detection. So that is part of the detection process that you need for detection and response. Now there's other things that fall into that detection category when we're talking about detection and response. Let's say something like a laptop being stolen and being used in some place that's unfamiliar. That's detection. Somebody from outside the network, trying over and over again, trying brute force to access a password. That's detection. Maybe somebody trying to break into your website. That's detection. So that website isn't hosted at your facility. It's not hosted on your data center, but it is your website. It's hosted out in the cloud. So there needs to be some kind of a way to see if that's being attacked in any way. So detection is the process of figuring out what's going on, what areas are vulnerable, what areas are being attacked, what areas are are under threat by cyber attack. And then there's the response. So what do you do? What do you do if you detect somebody has hacked a password and they get access to your network? What do you do? What do you do if you get a ransomware attack that's successful? What do you do? What do you do if you get if you get all of your data stolen? If you have a complete data breach and all of your clients' information is stolen, what do you do? That's the response. Not only that, but the response is also automated services, like if somebody tries a brute force attack. And so, for example, somebody trying a brute force attack, maybe after they try 3 times, the system automatically locks that account, prevents that account from continuing. That's a response. Now, that's automated. That's not a policy. And that's what you're getting into with the difference between like policies, automation, procedures. When it comes to cybersecurity, it's not everything is, you don't just set it and forget it. You don't just, put your firewall up, install your antivirus, and then it's all done. What all businesses and organizations need is comprehensive incident response plans. They need a team of cybersecurity experts. They need people that know what they're doing, that know what they're looking for. There's a system called a Security Operations Center. That's what they need. They need a Security Operations Center that can monitor for ransomware, phishing, brute force logins, targeted the unpatched systems that they can target, malicious software that's been installed unknown to users, things like that. People that know what they're doing and are able to look for that kind of stuff. Unauthorized access, strange traffic coming from foreign countries, all that kind of stuff. That requires a team of experienced cybersecurity experts. Now that's called a SOC, often SOC, Security Operations Center. And that's one of the services that Advantage Technology actually provides. We provide a SOC as a service because, let's be honest, most small businesses cannot afford to hire a whole team of cybersecurity people. That's way outside of the realm of what most companies can afford. And just getting into the training and everything that's involved with that type of stuff to get an actual security operations center on board is that's a very high standard for most small businesses. So what you want to do is look for companies that do managed detection and response, like Advantage Technology. What we'll do is we will set up systems with you. We will go through your network. We'll inspect it, find areas of vulnerability, put kind of a bare minimum standard for your basic cybersecurity needs, things like backup and recovery, things like network monitoring, firewalls, endpoint monitoring and visibility, endpoint security, cloud security, and those types of systems, not to mention antiviruses and things like that. Put all of that kind of stuff in place, set all that kind of stuff up for you, and then have eyes on glass security operations center that monitors all the activity, all the traffic and everything that's happening in your organization. See in real time if there's things going on that are causing trouble, things that look suspicious. Look and see what's going on. If you do have some kind of a breach, you'd be able to capture it right away rather than it causing long-term damage. A lot of times the automation can prevent any kind of breaches. So, for example, one of the security recommendations might be multi-level or multi-factor authentication. Well, that's going to stop most lost password type attacks because they're going to need both the password and access to the phone system or whatever other verification system that you use. So those types of things can protect you and can prevent any kind of long-term damage from cybersecurity attacks, and they can also prevent them from actually getting to you. So you need a plan, you need some people, and you need ongoing procedures and policies that take care of all those things for you. And that's what managed detection and response is all about, and it's something that all businesses should consider and should be working towards. If you need help with any of that kind of stuff, you can absolutely contact Advantage Technology. There's a link here in the comments where you can learn more about our managed detection and response system, and give us a call or talk to us anytime. Send us a message. Let us know if there's anything that you need to get more information on managed detection and response. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. Hope that you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow.